I feel like I'm in the booth right now, yeah.
Yeah, you're used to it.
Fire in the booth. Nah, it's like.
Fire. Man, bro, this house is like built for the podcast, huh?
I used to sleep up here, bro. This
Oh,
used to
yeah?
be like
A little box.
room.
Yeah.
I love the setup though. It's nice.
Appreciate you, bro.
Fire.
Yeah. Hopefully, eventually, you can move to something bigger, but it works, bro. It
Nah.
works.
Alright.
Yeah.
Humble beginnings.
Hell yeah. But funny story, bro. Actually, I've never caught Ramal like outside, but like literally 2 times this week, bro. I saw you at work,
I was
bro.
like,
I fuck with Tropical Smoothie heavy, bro. I literally walked in there 2 times this week, and like he was just, I didn't even know you worked there, bro. So
I was like, bro, like, I was slight like embarrassed. I was like, damn,
for real,
my persona is broken.
oh. I know people think you're just like. You just literally just making music all the time and just fucking pop out for the shows and shit.
And then they're like, oh shit, wait, there he
Yeah.
is. He's a real life guy. But nah, it was cool seeing you, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, cause you live in the, well, how close are we right now to Tropical? To that
Probably like
one?
10 minutes, bro. It's not
10?
too far.
Where was you at? Like, where was you coming from?
I was on the way to the northeast, so it was kind of like I was gonna hit the loop type shit. But I go there. I don't go to that one too often, but yeah, man. I mean, I work another job too, bro. So I feel like whenever we're like any creative work, I feel like it starts out like you kind of have to have a side job
You
of
do,
some
bro.
sort, at least until you're able to like just just build an audience enough to like just be able to sustain you. I guess, I mean, the goal you think would be to, I mean, just make a living off of your music, no?
Of course.
Yeah,
Like, just
for
one,
sure.
like, that's like what I'm just working towards right now, just being able to not have to worry about like, oh, yo, like, I gotta go punch in right now.
Yeah.
I can just be like, all right, I just gotta open up my computer right now.
Yeah.
Just make something.
Do you think it's like, do you think there's like a little bit of freedom once you like, because I always think about this, if I were to like have money just to be able to sustain myself, I feel like I just kind of create freely, as opposed to like always worrying about like, damn, like
I gotta get
I
this
need
bill
I
paid
need
or
to I
whatever.
need to get this bill paid. So like in a way, it kind of makes you more consistent because like you're hungry and you need to like get out of that position. But at the same time, sometimes I feel like would I just be creating more freely if I felt like I don't have to worry about like just the normal like everyday things and I can just create. And then like I don't know, I just always think about that.
I think like
Yeah.
without struggle, there's no growth. You know.
Yeah.
Like without, like the old saying, like no pain, no gain. And I think like what you said about like, it reminds you every day why you're working, like why you're trying to do what you actually care about. You know,
Yeah.
like when you gotta punch in, you like, dog, like I really don't want to be here right now. But like going through that shift or wherever, you're just like, nah, one day it's gonna be my last day clocking in, and I'm not gonna have to clock in anywhere else except for with myself. You know. So
Mhm.
I think it definitely keeps you hungry.
Yeah.
You know, I think keeps you from being stagnant, because if you just had like an infinite money glitch that you're like, oh, I can do whatever I want, there's no like passion.
Yeah.
Like, once you earn it, there's like
That's very
passion.
true, bro. Because I think, once you hit like a certain position, like you see a lot of people like once they get like they actually get money, like for example fighters, once they make it, like they kind of that grind kind of, not for everybody, but sometimes the grind kind of falls off because like you're really not struggling anymore, and that's where a lot of the drive comes from, you know.
I think it's like, I'm just trying to get here so I can make this money, you know, and then I can put that in other places, and like, because like some people's passion is not what they're doing, but it's just being able to live comfortably.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's like, that's fine too.
Mhm.
You know, just like live.
Yeah, I
live
think
your
everybody's pretty different. But anyways, let's get a little intro going. So right now it is episode 40 of The Most Vulnerable Player.
4-0.
Yeah, that's insane, bro.
Amazing.
It actually went by pretty quick, believe it or not. It's just, I feel like, I mean, you could probably relate, like once you're kind of like just in the zone, like before you know it, like you just like really, you have a whole body of work that like is just insane, bro.
It's literally like, you're just like, I mean, you just wake up one day
Mhm.
and then you're like, I am living the life that I've built for myself.
Mhm.
So yeah, man, it's props to you. I'm proud of you for everything that you've been doing and the work that you're putting in to make this a reality.
Yeah.
40 episodes is not nothing to sneeze at, you know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So it's like,
Appreciate you,
give
bro.
me your flowers, bro.
Yeah,
Good
yeah.
shit, good
I
shit,
appreciate
bro.
that. So we're sitting with Ramal.
That's me.
Ramal, period.
Ramal, period.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Look for that.
So super talented. up and coming artists out of. Are you from El Paso?
I actually am.
Yeah. Okay. So you're born and raised here.
Yeah, it's crazy when
Hell
I
yeah.
talk to people, and they hear my voice. A lot of times they don't think I'm from here. I guess like I don't really hear it.
Yeah.
But, like they're picking up like a like an East Coast accent, like maybe from like they think I'm from like Brooklyn or like Virginia. And
Oh,
I'm
shit.
Like, no, I'm from here, you know. But
I would have not have guessed. Like I mean, I could see you probably living here, but for some reason I would have thought like, I don't know why I would have thought that you would just live from out of town, but maybe it's just the way you carry yourself, bro. I don't know.
I guess so. Bro.
Yeah, I would say
hope
so.
Maybe I carry myself like I'm like just a worldly guy. Like,
Yeah.
I just be around.
I would agree with that. So you don't have to, but do you? What's your like? If you don't want to, but you don't have to. But what's your name? Like, is Ramal part of your name, or is that just like your stage name?
No, that's my stage name.
Oh, okay.
My real name is full government or just my regular first name?
Just first name.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Is the ops watching? They can't. Nah, it's Dwayne.
Dwayne?
You know what I mean, Dwayne.
I've heard people call you that, so I was like, I had a feeling.
That's great.
Yeah.
It's actually kind of crazy because like I was talking to Sims about it the other day. I was just like, it's weird because more people in my circle call me Ramal now than they call me Dwayne.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like I think like one person that I talk to on a consistent basis calls me Dwayne, and then
Really?
like, essentially everybody else is like, "Hey, yo, Maul," like, or
Yeah.
Maul, what do you do? I'm like,
When did that switch?
oh, when did that change?
So
It was
even
kinda-
like before, like, yeah, when was that time where it's like, all right, and where did Ramal come from?
I was like chilling at my
Yeah.
old job,
Yeah.
and I was just like, I wanted because I used to go by the name Rango Schlade, right?
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, like, I wanted something that felt like more like mature and more like as what I am now.
Yeah.
And so I was sitting there, and I was trying to learn French at the time,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to look up like all like beautiful French words or whatever,
Yeah.
like, and then build something off of that. And then I just started like I was really into plants and stuff at the time, so I was like, oh, like what are some cool ways to say, like poetic ways to say plant names, and then
Yeah.
like I saw Ramal, and I was like, oh, that's dope, you know.
Hell
And then
yeah.
also it's like it's Lamar backwards, like Kendrick
Oh,
Lamar.
true.
Like,
Oh,
that's
damn.
Ramal.
I didn't even
So
realize
I was
that.
like, oh, it's kind of dope. You
Yeah.
know, talking about it is like, oh, that's fire. You know?
It definitely fits
Yeah, I
100%.
Yeah, at first, like, I changed the name at first, and I was like, oh, like, are people gonna get it? Like, are they gonna? And for a while, I didn't like it, but I was
Yeah.
like, I think you gotta grow into. I just had to grow into it, and now I loved it. Like, I'm
Yeah.
like, I'm Ramal.
For sure.
Yeah.
And so you grew up here in El Paso. How old are you?
21,
21?
about to be 22. What is it? It's May
May.
next month.
Oh, shit. You got any plans? You got any plans for your B-Day?
Bro, birthdays are like, they're crazy because like, it's just like, it's crazy to have a day about you. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of crazy, like, people giving you stuff and like giving you props for just being here and existing. And I'm like,
Are you big on birthdays or like you're like?
I mean, I'm big on other people's birthdays, I
Yeah.
guess. Like, I'm like, happy birthday. Like, what are we doing today? Whatever. But like my birthday, I'm just kind of like, I'm just here, y'all. Like,
Yeah.
I was just born today. Like, I didn't do anything. Like,
Yeah, that's what kind of what it feels like, especially if you have a party. It's just I always tell my family, don't have a party for me because like
know.
I just feel weird when everybody's there for me, and then once they start to get to singing, bro, like happy bro, I'm just like fuck, dude. Like I appreciate it for sure, 100%. But I get what you mean, where it's like, yeah, I mean, essentially, yeah, they're just celebrating. I mean, yeah, they're celebrating you, which in a way, it's like, it's kind of, it doesn't make sense sometimes, but in a way, it is beautiful too. Because
That's
like,
cool.
yeah,
I'm just not big on like ego, and I just feel like it's a day about my ego, maybe. And I'm just like, nah, like.
some people be taking that shit overboard too, though.
I'm like,
crazy.
Yeah, like girls be talking about birthday week,
Birthday month now,
I'm like, yo, no, you're not that guy, bro.
Birthday
Chill out.
month is crazy, bro.
Birthday month, dude.
That's
What
wild.
are we talking about right now? It's also like, growing up, like I'm like, your grandma used to get you like socks and whatnot,
Mhm.
and as a kid you were like, yo, grandma, like I'm trying to get the new Madden, I'm trying to get
Yeah.
Assassin's Creed, Halo popping.
Yeah.
And you grew up, and my grandma gets me socks now, and I'm like, yo, how'd you know? How you know I was running low? Like,
For real.
Is the-
You get older and you start needing like essentials,
like,
you know?
yo, like I really need.
For
I just need
real.
the basics, y'all. Like,
Bro,
just give me,
speaking
like,
of socks,
give me
bro,
a
I
calendar.
was literally trying to find socks the other day, bro, and like it was just normally you don't think about that shit, but once you grow up, it's like
You're
it's so
like-
different.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're just like, yo, when does socks start costing this much, dog?
That's how it be, bro.
Not really.
But so yeah, you're 21. When did you first get into making music?
Making it. I mean,
Yeah.
I've always been into music, man.
Yeah.
Like, just in my house when I was a kid, there was always music going and stuff. And like when I was on my grandma and my mom and just everybody, you know, and just different types of music too. So like, I was growing up in there was a lot of Motown and R&B and like reggae and my sisters were listening to rock and
Mhm.
like all this and all that. And so I was listening to all that, and I don't know, I took a liking to it. And I used to have like a DS, you know, like every kid had a
Yeah,
DS.
yeah.
And like I would go to the voice app on there, and I would just record myself singing. And I remember one time my mom had found my DS and she picked it up. I don't know why they went to the voice app, but they went to the voice app. Maybe because it was the most recent one I had used,
Mhm.
and they were listening to the stuff I recorded. And then mom was like, "Oh, you're really talented, baby," whatever. But I'm like, you know how moms
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
I
yeah.
was just like, "Oh, thanks, mom."
And it
you
was
know?
just singing, like you didn't have any beats or any instruments
Nah,
to it.
I was just singing for a
Yeah.
long time,
Mhm.
and then I was fast forward a few years later, I meet Sims over there,
Mhm.
and then I'm just we were both on the football team, you know. at
Like
El
or like
Dorado.
in high school or
Yeah.
what was this? So
In high school.
you guys went to El Dorado, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
And then I'm just messing around singing in the locker room, like whatever song. I wish I could remember the song,
Mhm.
but I don't remember. And I was singing it, and then he was like, "Oh, you can sing?" And I was like, "Yeah," you know, cause
Yeah.
like
Was there a
nobody
lot of
else-
people around, or was it just like just the homies and shit, or
I
like?
think it was just like, cause I think we were late to a class for
Mhm.
sure.
Yeah.
Me and him was always late to a class,
Yeah.
so I was just like, "Oh, whatever," singing a song.
Yeah.
And up until that point, outside of my mom, no one else had been like, "Oh, you got talent" or something.
Mhm.
So then he told me like, "Oh, you could sing." I was like, "Oh, I didn't know either, for real."
Yeah.
So then I don't know, like we talked about it. 10 minutes later, he's like, "Oh no, but we should for sure make music." Like
Mhm.
didn't even skip a beat, you know, like not even knowing about.
Yeah. Were you already making music, Sims?
Yo,
No,
Yeah?
it wasn't. Nah.
Like you weren't like you because you make like you made beats and
No, I didn't.
no.
So yeah,
no.
we had like originally hopped on the track together, but when that happened, I was just like, "There's a lot of talent here. You know, we gotta do
Yeah.
something with this." And I'm someone that's just like, if I feel like we can do it, I'm just gonna say, "Let's figure out how to do it."
Yeah.
he's a maven. What do you always talk about?
It's from the book, The Tipping Point: Connectors, Babies, and Salesmen.
Okay.
Yeah.
Bro, this dude, first of all, both of y'all, I want to give y'all your props because, like, I got so many, obviously from Ramal, for Ramal as well, but so many compliments about, like, you guys too, especially last weekend because you guys are just, like, you guys just care so much and, like, you're just, like, so fucking, like, first of all, like, you're just about business, bro. Like, ever since I met you guys, like, you guys were just on that shit and, like, it was at Church Bar and I just, you pick up on that shit. So it's, like, just like 100%, like always just, I mean, continue to do that, bro, because people notice that little shit. Like not everybody will, but like the people that really just that really do care about the same things, like they notice that little shit, those small details, and you guys do that. So like just continue to do that shit, bro, because that shit goes a long way, like for everything.
They are really amazing, bro. And
Yeah.
like I'm really thankful that I got both of them on my team,
Mhm.
bro. Like just amazing guys, you know.
Yeah, for sure, 100%.
Not really, bro. I love those guys. Love those guys, really
Yeah.
though.
So it was, all right, you're Eldo, and then you meet Sims, and you're like, he's telling you like, damn, you actually got some
Yeah,
little
and
bit
then
of talent.
so like 10 minutes later, he's like, "Oh, let's like hop on the beat. Let's make music." And
Yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
Cool. You know, whatever. Like,
Yeah.
you know, you just think somebody's talking. You know, they chatting, whatever. And then so, I don't know. Like a couple months later, bro, he's like, "Yo, I got a mic off of Amazon, and we got Audacity. Is what we used to record on." And then the first thing I remember I was trying to record was you remember when Mo Bamba was popping?
Yeah.
It was like we tried to record the Mo Bamba Sheck West remix. It was gas though. It was gas
Yeah.
though. It was lucky some heat. It was lucky some heat.
We gotta hear that shit, bro.
Nah, it's gonna come out.
He had one song that he recorded on that we lost the file, but I was like, we need to find that file. It was a fire song.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nah. And then we took a break after that for a while, and then we got back together right when COVID happened. And he's like, he just hits me out of the blue one day. He's like, "Yo, I'm going to a studio." We had written a song, and we hadn't really put work into it for real, but we had the song still. So then he just hits me out of the blue like, "Oh, like I'm going to the studio. Come with me." I go with him, and then we record that song. the song was called False Claims. You like probably like 2 weeks ago you would have been able to find it, but we took all the old music down, unfortunately.
It was on like Spotify or something.
Yeah, it was on. It was everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, and then but we took it down actually recently just to
Because right now I only see the album you dropped like recently, and then like some of your singles. So it was before that.
Yeah,
Okay,
way before that. And then we had dropped a couple songs together, like 8 or so.
And were you like rapping too and singing?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
was.
Oh shit.
And then yeah, he was pretty good at it. He doesn't like to say it.
I
But
mean, I always tell everybody, like, my whole goal the whole time, I've always been very business oriented, and I knew, like, I always tell him, like, I always was more interested in the person than the music, because the talent was there.
Yeah.
But I thought the person was special. So I was like, all right, if I can, I don't know if he'll get on the track by himself, so I'll get on it with him first.
So it was like a strategic move on your part. Hell yeah.
Yeah. And then I mean, he's always about business,
Yeah.
like like he was just saying. But so then we took a break for a while, just because like mentally I wasn't where I needed to be to like put myself out there really. And then we had a friend that came down here like August of last year or something, or maybe around October. I'm foggy on the details about that, but he was like, oh, what's happening with this music stuff? And I'm like, I don't know. And then I talked to Sims, I talked to the boy Ray, shout out if you're watching, my boy Ray. And then we had worked out an agreement. We just promised each other like transparency and honesty and like consistency, and like since that day we've been grinding and working, and now I'm Ramal and I'm here talking to you.
Hell
so
yeah. So how long since like that agreement? What has it been since you guys really started like doing work together?
When was that? Like August?
Late August 2023.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
wow.
like almost not almost a year, but like a good couple months. 6 months is that?
Yeah.
August
just
2023.
August. It's like almost 9 months.
Almost 9 months.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a good minute, bro. I
Yeah.
feel like we've really been on the gas though.
Yeah.
And it's like, as tiring as it is sometimes, it's like you love it,
For sure.
So, that's great.
Do you feel like because sometimes it does take like someone to, because you even said like you were singing and then he kind of like is the one that kind of pointed it out. Did you kind of knew you had talent, or did it take someone to like, yo, you got this, because you're you come off as a very confident guy, like even on stage and just meeting you and everything. I'm sure that you have to build that up. Like I'm sure it wasn't always like this. But yeah, take me through that, bro. Like, did you kind of knew you had something, or did it really take like some of your friends to just like, yo, you got it?
I was saying like, I mean like, when I was a kid, I was really good at football, you know? So I knew that I wasn't going to be like 9 to 5 in, if you know what I mean. But I didn't know what I was going to be doing. Like, I didn't know that it was going to be music. I think like music was something that I've always been like, I could, but like, I don't know if I'm the type, for the longest time, I thought I was going to be like in the league or something.
Yeah.
Until like I kind of lost the passion to play. And then I was like, maybe I'll just be regular.
Yeah.
And then then I met bro and he was like, now we got something. And then so no, yeah, I think like yes and no. Like I knew I wasn't regular, but like I didn't know what I was gonna do. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so like a little bit of yes and no.
Damn, so you had literally no idea, because bro, I was the same way. Like when I graduated high school, because I was playing basketball my entire like up until high school. I was gonna go play in college, but I went the more academic route because I just had basically just more money to go to school with that. But it took me a while to actually figure out like what I wanted to do. For a while, it was actually really rough because, especially if you feel like you can just be doing more, but you don't know exactly what that is. I feel like it's a weird position, you know. I feel like a lot of people can relate to that.
For sure, bro.
Yeah. Like, did you ever feel those times where you're like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, I'm just, really just here, just kind of going through the motions.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely did. It's like, I mean, like, I don't know. You just be on the edge sometimes.
Yeah.
Like, what is my purpose for being here if I'm not, like, passionate about anything that I'm doing right now? You know what I mean? Like, I don't like, I didn't like going to school, really. I mean, I like going just because it was, like, I'm doing something, or I felt like I was doing something. And then, like, I don't like working, like, and then I also don't like just laying here and, like, I just didn't have, like, passion, So I think, like, I was, like, in a weird, like, space. And then, like, just now, you know, I just feel a lot more like I feel more fulfilled than I've ever felt. You know, like,
Yeah.
I'm just feeling like, I mean, I still got to do a lot of the stuff that I don't want to do, but you slowly build in towards having everything that you ever dreamed of.
For
you
sure.
know?
Because like with creative work, like I think people have this perception like it's always like, yeah, essentially you are doing what you love, but there's some aspects of it that is work. Like you have to force yourself to sometimes, like for example, in what I do, it's like, yes, I really enjoy, like I love this part of everything, but sometimes I don't really enjoy sometimes just setting up the camera and the lights. Like that shit's actually work, you know?
You know what I mean?
And then sometimes the editing, like fucking hours of editing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's something you got to do. Like you have to literally like build up that discipline. But the thing, it's tough because when you're first starting out, not many people are noticing, so you're not getting like that much feedback, and you're not getting that much like reinforcement.
Yeah.
So I think that's why a lot of people stop, you know, because
Oh,
it takes a shitload of work. But then when you're not really getting like the benefits from it quite yet, you might be fulfilled, but in a way, it's like, damn, who's like, I'm not getting any sort of feedback, you know?
No, that's crazy. Because
Yeah.
I was literally I was talking to Sims about this the other day. I was just like, things are not as impossible as we make them seem. Like your dreams are not as impossible as as the odds make it seem. And the only reason that the odds look the way they look is because of what you just said. Like when you're not getting that immediate reinforcement of I'm doing something right, then it's like I'm done. Like oh, it's not good enough. It's not good enough because it's like, but people fail to realize like it's not going to happen overnight. You know, like it doesn't. Rome wasn't built in a day.
Yeah.
So it's like if everybody had the wherewithal and willpower to get it done, which everybody does, it's just like you get in your head, you know.
I think that's exactly what it is.
So it's like the odds don't have to look the way they look. It's just like not enough people have it like up here to be like, oh, like you just gotta thug it out through the hard times.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it is what it is.
Yeah, for sure. A lot of people have talent. A lot of people have skills and stuff, but the hardest thing, bro, is actually just like not getting in your own way about it. Because that's what I notice a lot. But that's why it helps having a good team too. Because if you didn't have like these two around you, not to say you wouldn't be doing well, but it's like a lot of the times they can just kind of set you back on the path, you know.
Not for sure. I think especially on days where I just like wake up and I'm not feeling like him. Like I'm just like, yo, like, you know, you have creative slumps where you're just like, yo, I can't make anything right now. Like I'm garbage, you know. And then like, you know, I'm in the chat and it's just like randomly I'll get a text message from one of them and they're just like, yo, like your aura is crazy. Like this song, this demo that you just showed us is so fire. Like blah blah, and just like gassing my ego, and I appreciate them for that.
Yeah.
And like, so yeah, I'll say for sure if I didn't have them here, you know, I wouldn't be here literally right now. I wouldn't have been at Neep the other night, you know. So like,
that's
thankful
badass.
for it's just like having people in your corner, you know.
For sure. What's your creative process like?
My creative okay.
Take me through whenever I'm sure it's different sometimes, but for the most part.
For the most.
Yeah, when you're cooking, you know.
Yeah, for the most, I'm just in my room. So I'm in my room and I'm probably watching an anime or something, and then like I'll see a scene that like inspires me. This is like almost like 90% of the time is how it kicks off, and I'll see like a scene that inspires me, and I'll be like, yo, that's dope. Like I gotta make something.
Yeah.
So then what I usually do, I'll make some tea. Like I'll brew some tea.
What kind of tea you brewing up?
Oh, what's that one? That's one I've been drinking lately. It's like lavender.
Okay.
And like
chamomile. Because I like chamomile.
I don't want to get sleepy.
Yeah,
it's like a lavender tea, and I put agave and like some lemon juice in it, no sugar.
Yeah.
Because like the agave is really sweet, so if you add, the agave is really sweet. So if you add too much sugar, the tea is gonna be too sweet, and don't add too much lemon or it's gonna be too sour.
Hell yeah.
Slight tea making tips from Ramal for you. Nah,
game, bro.
Put you on game.
Yeah.
Nah, but so yeah, I make a cup of tea, and then I light incense. I say a prayer real quick, just like God bless my mind and bless my fingers and all this, and then I light a candle, and I open my computer up and I'm listening to like loops, and I'm like okay, I'm just listening to sounds for like 45 minutes, maybe an hour, just like till something hits me. And then once it hits me,
and these sounds, are they your sounds or are they like just like you're on YouTube, or like how is it?
Sometimes I use Tracklib.
Okay.
Most of the time I use Splice,
Mhm.
and then like sometimes like I'll try to like play something, like I'll try
Mhm.
to like make something from scratch, but like I'm like I need to re-educate myself on like music theory. I was
Yeah.
learning it a while ago when I was trying to learn how to play piano,
Mhm.
and I'm trying to get back into learning how to play piano just because it's a useful skill.
Yeah.
So yeah, I might do a little series on the gram about that.
Hell yeah.
Maybe I'm not stapling it down, but maybe.
Yeah.
So be on the lookout for that.
Yeah.
And so yeah, usually I go to Splice most of the time, and then I'm just listening to sounds for like 45 minutes maybe till something hits me.
Mhm.
And then even when it does hit me that that's the one I want to use, I'm sitting down and I'm listening to it on loop for like 30 minutes, just trying to like figure it out in my head before I put anything down. Sometimes like my ears get tired and I just walk away, and I'm like, okay, I sit in silence or I just walk around the house and just like, but I'm still listening to it in my head.
Yeah. And are you like, is it just a way that the sound is making you feel? So from there, you can kind of think of what you want to like say.
Yeah, I mean, like, yeah, I guess it's like more like,
or you want to tell a story.
I think there's certain sounds that I hear that it's like I'm either gonna like try to make something that's gonna make you want to dance or like cry, or like I'm just talking, like, because I have songs that I've been calling like they're kind of like audio diaries, like it's just me talking about where I'm at right now.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just whatever the sound is telling me,
Mm-hmm.
And then sometimes like I'll think it's telling me one thing and then it'll end up being a whole different thing. So like, I mean, I'm just
it's just a ride. Essentially, I feel like you just kind of have to ride the wave in a way. Like you can't be too like what's the word, rigid in your approach, because you can kind of miss something,
It's like an open door philosophy. I'm just like, if that sounds good, then yes, I'm going with it, and like if it doesn't, it doesn't. So
Yeah.
And it's just like so then I'm like, okay, I figured it out, and then I'm playing around with some ideas about it, and I'm not going to get into all the technical details and all that. So when I've essentially built out what I think it's gonna sound like, I'll send like the demo to them, and then I'll be like, what do y'all think about it or whatever, and then they'll let me know. Sometimes they don't like it, sometimes they do. If they don't like it, I might like it still, so I might still keep working on it. Sometimes like, you know how you say something to somebody because you already know what you want to hear.
Yeah,
so then they say
sure.
it back to you and you're like, yeah, I thought it was kind of whack too or something. So you're like, cool. And then you're like, so sometimes it's like that. So then they give me their feedback, and then it just kind of sits on my computer for a week while I'm just going through life. And then excuse me, when I come back to it, that's when I usually like try to write for it a little bit. And I'm like,
it's kind of weird because I kind of get the same thing when editing. Sometimes you kind of just hit a wall, like you've been working on it for so long, and then for whatever reason, whenever you come back to it, like you just kind of have like you kind of know where to go from there in a way. Or sometimes something just hops in your it just hops in your lap, and you're just like, oh shit, that's like it works,
Yeah, it's like I think it's just life though. Like maybe you just experienced something that gave you that jolt of like, oh, like that's gonna be fire if I do that. So I think it's like, that's why sometimes I just take like, sometimes I'll just like find the sound and I'll be listening to it for like an hour, and then I'm just like, I can't figure this out, and then I'll leave it for like, sometimes like a month. I'll leave it alone, and then like I'll come back to it and I'm like, why haven't I like done something with this? And then like I'll build it out, and it'll be like,
so you have a lot of unreleased shit you'll be sitting on for
a lot, like like a lot, bro. I feel like I send these guys a new song like every other day.
That's
like
crazy.
So it's like I got a lot of like.
So when you're not working your side job, your alter ego, you're literally just at home, just
literally, bro. Nah, like I'm just like at home, like either watching anime or making beats. So you know what I mean. That's or drinking tea. So you know what I mean.
And then the final product that we hear, it's all recorded from your room.
No,
or
actually,
do y'all go to like a studio?
No, actually, yeah. Okay, so I record the demo in my room. Like I record the like what essentially I want it to sound like in my room, and then we take it over to my boy Brian. That's our preferred engineer. Shout out Brian. He's working at Beacon Hill, but he's also trying to get his own thing started. Yeah. So he's also trying to get his own thing started. So I'm like, shout out to bro. He's great. He's amazing. So we take it over to him, and he makes it just sound immaculate.
Dude, I didn't realize, because I went to the studio with Cyrus like just to get some footage right before the show, and dude, I didn't realize how much because he's considered an engineer, right? I didn't realize how much like what's like impact they have on the actual like product, bro.
So much.
It's crazy.
Like they like nah really like an engineer is who made your favorite song, bro.
Yeah.
Like that is the engineer is the reason why that you love that song so much.
Yeah.
Like if Travis Scott just released like Sicko Mode with no engineer, it would be like this is cool.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean? Like
for sure.
nah, it would have been crazy.
It was an art what he was doing, like just like he wasn't like, yeah, obviously he knew the technical aspect of things, but just the way he was giving his input, like, oh, let's try that one again. Like, it was just insane to see.
Yeah.
You know,
He's very good at like. I just always tell him like, yo, I'm open to whatever direction you want to throw me in. Like,
yeah,
I'm really gonna be malleable
mm-hmm.
for whatever you need me to whatever you need me to do.
Yeah.
And like, when I'm done recording, even like he'll be playing it back, and then we're listening to it, and then he'll just add something that's not the way that I intended it to sound, but like I'm like, oh my, that sounds like amazing. Like,
mm-hmm.
so like, and then we just roll with that, you know, because I trust him. You know, he's a great guy.
For sure.
No, I trust him.
Do you have a favorite like genre that you like you really enjoy making, or are you just
that I really enjoy making?
Because I feel like you're just a all around like you can have a different sound like from song to song. You know? Yeah.
I just love creation, bro. Like
Mm-hmm.
I just love like creation, like just being like, this is me, like, you know, just everything that I make is like me. I just if I can, like, look, one of these days I'm gonna make a pop punk song, bro. Like, really, for real. But nah, my favorite, I do actually have a favorite. My favorite, I like to rap a lot. Like, just because rapping is so much easier than like trying to write a catchy chorus or
mm-hmm.
like a groovy like phrase that you're mm-hmm. like gonna remember. It's so much easier to just be like.
When did you realize you actually had some bars? You're like, oh shit.
When did I realize I actually low-key had
like
bars?
Were you ever freestyling like growing up and shit, and like at Eldo or?
I low-key been writing raps since like I was in like middle school, yo.
Oh,
I remember I had like a science teacher that would like see like because you know I had to like turn in my notebook like to get it graded, and like in like the little margins of the pages I was just writing lyrics,
mm-hmm.
and she'd be like. She would call me like a little rapper or whatever, and I'd be like, you know, slight, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then I think like I realized when I had bars like maybe like junior year where I was like, I can really piece something together.
Yeah.
Like I can actually kind of like do this pretty well. You
mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Where like, I mean, you always got. I'm always learning.
Yeah.
You know, there's nothing that I don't know everything.
Yeah.
But
and the performance aspect. Are you just being yourself up there, or do you practice and you're like thinking about what you wanna do? Because you look very free up there whenever you're performing and stuff, you know.
It's like
it helps you can dance too. That helps a lot. It does,
bro. No, they want me to dance more. They're like, yo, throw some more moves. I'm like, no.
Bro, there is a lot of people who are like, damn, bro, like he's just feeling it up there, like yeah.
It's like a little bit of practice, but then it's like yeah, I practice, but to be honest, when I hit the stage, I forget like half of everything that I practiced. I remember like the key points that I need to
mm-hmm.
hit, but like outside of that, I'm just like, I forgot. I'm just vibing right now. So like we're just going.
Damn, bro. So when was your first performance ever?
Ever?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow, that's actually a funny story. So okay, my first performance.
It wasn't Church Bar,
ever,
right? Was it?
Nah.
No. Okay.
My first performance ever. It was back when it was me and him both on the track.
Yeah.
And we were having a hard time trying to find a place to like perform like that would like book us, you know.
Yeah.
And we didn't like we were just having a hard time, you know. So then we decided this is like at the peak of like COVID, you know, like peak, like people are not supposed to be together, you know.
Yeah.
So then we're like, yo, like let's just let's just plan our own event, like festival, whatever. Mm-hmm. And it was called the DNR experience, you know. For those of y'all that remember.
Yeah. DNR.
Like because it was he was Dario. He was it was Rango Schlade and then Dario Sims at the time, so it was DNR.
Oh, okay.
So it was like kind of like a play on R&B. Mm-hmm. So it was like that. And then that it was just so like, so then we did that. We had a few artists come through, and like it was just like I remember like I came in, I was going downstairs, I'm freaking out and I'm nervous and I'm going downstairs just like walking around, and then these two girls come up to me and they're like, yo, do y'all have anywhere we could do drugs? And
What
I'm
the
like,
fuck?
and I'm like, and I'm like, no, but like I don't want y'all to leave. So I took them to this like little like bathroom that they have under the stairs. I'm like,
Yeah.
y'all go up in there. And then I go back upstairs in this little like theater room that they got.
Yeah. So where was his house at again?
I was at his crib.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay,
that's an important aspect
Oh,
of the
shit.
story. True. So, and his parents are there while this is happening. Like his parents are like at the house
Oh,
while they're
shit.
like, y'all have drugs to do. So then like I
At
go
least they
back.
were honest.
Nah,
That's
I'm like-
crazy.
they wasn't like, yo, like I gotta use the restroom. They was like, nah, we trying to do something. I was like, all right,
Yeah.
I respect it. I was like, I want y'all to have a good time, so go over there.
Mhm.
And then I go back upstairs, bro, and then like they're just like mad bottles and like big bags of weed out all over there. I'm like, yo, we're finna
And your
get
parents were there?
Yeah, bro.
We're
My
finna
parents
get-
are Nigerian, mind you.
Damn, bro. And they're seeing all this weed and fucking.
No, they're downstairs in the backyard.
Oh,
This is
okay.
Kind of like when we had that event, the green room upstairs.
Oh, okay.
We had somehow got away with it, bro.
Got
Like,
you.
they didn't even find out. But like, I just go upstairs. I'm like, yo, it's over. Like, it's cooked. It's cooked. And then somebody was performing, and then like somebody came up in Sim's ear, and he was like, yo, can I get on the mic and ask if anybody has coke in the crowd? I'm like,
What
yo,
the fuck,
who do we
bruh?
got at this event, bro? Like, who did we invite for real, yo? Like, what?
That's
What is
nuts.
happening? So then,
Yeah.
and then like, I mean, we went on and it was fine and everything worked out well. But that was my first performance,
Mhm.
and it was definitely one to remember.
Yeah,
So
for sure. I think a lot more people do coke than we realize, actually.
No, for
It's like
sure.
a low-key thing.
For sure.
I'm like, I don't know, bro. Like you just don't. I feel like you feel on edge a lot of the time. Like you're just itching. Like yo,
Mhm.
like I'm bothered right now. Like I'm
Yeah.
hot in here. Like you know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I've always been really scared to try, like, I mean, obviously I smoked weed before, but, like, yeah, any other drugs, I'm like, yeah, I'm good on that. I'm too anxious.
no, for real, bro. Like I'm barely just starting to get back into smoking. Like
Yeah.
and like, cause like, bro, I just had a really bad time one time. Like I thought it was laced, and I was running around the whole house like, yo, this shit's laced, guys.
Was
It's
it an
laced.
edible?
Nah, it was like a blunt, bro.
Yeah.
And I'm like, it's laced. They sold us some boof, y'all. Like, and then like I'm running around. I'm like, and then I lost my phone for like 3 days after that. And then like it was just
Bro,
bad. Like,
yeah.
and then I stayed off it for I would try every now and again periodically, and I would freak out just the same. And then I feel like it was just my mental state though, because like recently I've been doing it but like taking like controlled like kind of like drags.
Yeah.
And I've been chilling.
Chilling.
It's been
I think it's definitely, like, the environment and also the stage of life you're in and just a lot of factors, but definitely I can relate, bro. Like, one time I went to Arizona State.
Mhm.
I was out there in Phoenix for a while, and I bought these edibles from, like, this one, like, my plug out there, but they were, like, homemade edibles. And long story short, bro, I was fucking high for, like, 24 hours, bro, at least, like, straight. And it was terrible, bro, because I took one, but it takes forever to hit me. It took at least like an hour and a half. But everybody that took one, like at least 3 people threw up. So I was like, holy shit. Like, what the fuck's about to happen, bro? So I'm like, all right, I'll probably be good. Like, I smoke pretty often. But as soon as it hit, bro, I was just like, I just laid down on my bed, bro, and I was just like fetal position. I was like, I just want this shit to be over, bro. It was just too much. And woke up high as fuck still.
I would have texted it like, yo, what did you give me?
Nah, bro. I thought someone laced us. Like, that. I thought that's what it was. But I think it was just such a high dose. And then I would smoke after that. But ever since then, it would just make me a little bit anxious, bro. So till this day, like, I've smoked here and there. But for the most part, I keep it very light, you know?
Nah, for sure. Like, I like drinking a lot, though.
Yeah.
Like, drinking is like, I'm going to get down. If
Yeah,
there's some
yeah,
drinks
yeah.
around, I'm like, yo, like, that's the thing is, like, if I get one drink, I'm going to be like, it's not just one drink for me. It's like, yo, like, let me get another one.
Yeah, same. I'm the same, actually. I don't have to have a drink. But if I'm going to have a drink, I'm going to drink, you know?
You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah, yeah.
Like, I'm cool with, like, if we're not drinking, like, I'm going to need water. But if
Yeah.
you say we drinking, we drinking.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you can't back out because now we're drinking. 'Cause,
Yeah.
like, if you mention it, now my mind is like, I'm getting fucked up, dog.
Yeah. And are you like tequila? Because I know you had a 1942 bottle last
I
week.
do. I love tequila.
Tequila?
Tequila's
Your
my
shit. What about y'all?
I'm all tequila.
Tequila? No?
I know.
Oh, okay.
He's
We
weak
chilling.
sauce. It was like we was vibing the other day, little darty vibes, and then we was at like, where was we at that then people kept offering us beers? Hush. We was at Hush, and it was these people like sitting in like a kind of a section next to us.
Yeah.
And they just came up to us and they was like, "Oh, do y'all want some drink?" And they just had like this full like
Just
it was like a bucket about the size of this like table right here.
yeah. Just full of beer.
Yeah, and they just kept
Yeah.
offering them. They was like, every time they would offer it, I would sip it a little bit. They'd be like, "Nah, chug that shit."
I'm not a
was like,
huge beer guy either, so I'm like,
I
fuck.
kind of, I didn't used to like it, but now like I'm like, if I just need to like take the edge off at the end of the day, I'll sip it
Just
like
have a nice little-
Dos Equis. That's my shit right
That's how you know
there.
you're growing up,
That's
bro.
I'm like, yo, like I got a little bit of hair on my chest.
Starting to get into IPAs
Nah.
and shit. Craft beer.
That's
Yeah?
definitely.
That's what you're drinking last weekend or what?
Yeah,
Did you have some IPAs last weekend? Or you were just on that
Usually
tequila?
when I'm with them, but like whenever I'm by myself, it's
When he's like-
just
when he-
craft imported beers.
Oh,
When he's out in
shit.
San Antonio.
That's that San Antonio shit,
It's
right?
like that and some darts and just
Yeah.
like some karaoke.
Yeah.
That's my night.
So that's the question actually of the night, bro. How did Alec get introduced into this equation? Because
That's
you guys
so-
knew each other through Eldo in high school and
That's
stuff.
crazy. Okay, so they knew each other. Them two. They
Oh, you
knew
guys were
each other
neighbors, right?
Since they
Okay.
were like jids.
Oh, okay.
Me and Alec, it's crazy because like my freshman year I went to Americas and Alec went to Americas, and we sat at the same lunch table for a year, and I did not say a word to bro. I did not say a word to bro, and then we just sat across from each other,
Yeah.
and then we was just I think I was at the crib with DeRay one time or with Sim, sorry, one time, and Alec just popped up and I was like, yo, you know what I mean, and then we was just cool from then on. Like,
Yeah.
we was just cool. Like, that was the boy, that was the homie.
Yeah, for
and
sure.
then, like, when Sims was like, oh, I'm introducing him into the business, I was like, like,
Mhm.
I'm excited. I'm excited to, like, have people on hand, like, on deck, you know what I
Mhm.
mean? Like, just being like,
For
anybody
sure.
that can offer their talents, because,
Yeah.
like, I be observing people, and if I feel like you got something to offer, then, like, I want you on the team, and Alec definitely has something to offer, bro. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? He's our connections guy. He gets moves made.
For sure.
and all
I
that,
mean, that's
so-
how I got introduced to you
I was
guys.
telling him the story.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like,
He
that's
fucking,
crazy.
bro, so he sent me an email, the most, like, fucking well-written email I've ever read, bro. And I was, like, I was like, oh, shit, bro.
Chat
Like,
GPT.
type
I'm
shit.
playing now.
Hey, bro, I be using that shit. I'm like, I had met him through, I think, just IG, but we saw each other at the gym. I was like, I know that dude. And so that's kind of how, like, we made that connection.
He was telling us that story like
Yeah.
like this morning
Uh-huh.
or like 1 o'clock this afternoon.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, it's like
It's crazy how it works out, bro.
literally I'm just like sitting across from bro for a straight year,
Mhm.
bro, and like didn't say a word to him, and then now he's one of my biggest supporters, bro. One of
Yeah.
the biggest members on the team right now. So I
Yeah.
appreciate him, bro.
Are you a deep thinker? Like, do you think about a lot of
That's
shit?
all I do.
Yeah.
That's all I do, bro. If I'm not, I'm like, I never have a moment where I'm just like not thinking about anything. Like,
Yeah.
that's why, like, you ever ask somebody like, "Oh, what do you think about right now?" They're like, "Nothing," and then you're like,
Yeah.
"What do you mean, like nothing, or like, are you just saying, or do you just think it's not cool enough to talk about?"
Yeah.
So I'm like, I'm just always like, "What do you think about this?" Like, or what about that? Or like that. I think I get annoying.
Does that does that lead to anxiety at all, or it just stays very like just your inner thoughts?
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like anxiety. Like a couple times. It's
Mhm.
like, I mean, like especially when I was younger. As I get older, I realize like, I'm just like, the thoughts that I have are me. You know what I mean? Like,
Mhm.
I shouldn't be scared of me. Like,
Mhm.
it's just like allow yourself to explore the thought fully and like feel it, and then like whatever it turns into is what it turns into. But you just gotta let it be there, because if
Yeah.
you try to run from it, it's gonna keep chasing you. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's just like, if you live in it for that moment, it'll be gone after
Yeah.
like after the thought is fully
I agree.
ran through.
Yeah. Do you believe in free will?
I do. I mean, yeah. I don't believe in. Yeah, I do. I do believe in free will,
Yeah.
because I don't believe in fate or like destiny. Like, I don't think I was destined to do this. I just think I was
Like you heard of determinism? Like free will versus determinism, meaning like everything that you're doing now, or like all your actions, you really, in a way, everything led you kind of to this point, and like there's already basically a path.
Nah,
No.
I think like things are introduced into your life, like, I think things are introduced into your life, and that is a branching that is a branching path. It's like once you hit that, you can either say yes to that or no to that.
Mm.
And if you say yes to it, then that is your new destiny. If you say no to the next thing, that's your new destiny. If you say no to this thing, then that's your new destiny. So it's kind of like
Yeah.
your choices determine your fate. And it's like, so like, cause like I don't think anybody's destined to do anything.
Yeah.
I think the only person that was destined to do anything that walked this earth was Jesus.
Yeah.
Jesus was the only person that had a destiny, and then everybody else after that is just like, we're just
going through life.
We're just doing it.
Yeah. I'm just curious. Yeah, I'm just curious about that because I be thinking about the same shit. Like I think about this shit all the time, and people think I'm fucking crazy or like just weird. But like, I just think I definitely feel like free will is a thing. But sometimes, like, you know how you said, like, all right, you're faced with certain two paths, and like maybe you just go this way.
Mm-hmm.
Someone comes into your life, you go this way. But if you like kind of zoom out
Mm-hmm.
of your life, you just kind of look at it from like a bird's eye view.
Mm-hmm.
You can kind of sometimes you can almost predict what's gonna happen in a way.
I think if you know yourself, yeah. I think if you know yourself, like, what decision would I make if these odds were presented to me? I don't know.
Because, bro, have you ever met someone where sometimes it seems like they can't help themselves, even though they know that what they're doing is wrong,
Mm-hmm.
or they know that they shouldn't be doing something? It's like they're
Yeah.
still gonna fucking do it.
You know what I mean? Yeah. I
So
get you.
it's like, can they really control that? Like, I'm in the grand scheme of things, maybe like I think they can.
Or are
but
they just hardwired to do that?
yeah. So that's just a little thing like I battle with. I'm like, can they though?
I think about like the odds of
Mm-hmm.
things, like I think I like, so this his parents are Nigerian immigrants, you know.
Yeah.
And what are the odds that his parents are gonna move here to from Nigeria to here to El Paso, decide to stay here and raise a family here, and then he's gonna go to and then I'm gonna meet somebody that's gonna make me want to go to the same school as him,
Mhm.
and then we meet up, and then we talk and we start making music. And then
Yeah.
what are the odds that he grew up next to him, and then I sat across from him at a lunch table all year?
Yeah.
What are the like? And then we all end up working on this big project. Like, I think about the odds of things, and I'm like, that's kind of crazy when you think about how things played out.
Yeah. Like, is it completely random or is it like?
I mean, I think like to think of life as like,
I think Sims needs another blunt after this shit, Rick.
what are y'all talking about? What are y'all talking about? Like,
I think God plants like little signs in your life about what you're gonna be. Like how you were saying that your teacher was like, "Oh, a little rapper," you know. Like, I think little things happen in your life on the way that let you know, like, "Hey, this is what I'm going towards." Like, you know, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing the right thing. I know it's not working out what you're doing, but if you keep doing what you're doing, then you'll make it.
Yeah.
yeah. I mean, oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Oh no, it's just like it's just crazy sometimes. Like, I guess you can call it manifesting too, but sometimes you can think about something for so long and like, or even just someone like, and they end up like coming into your life or something that you end up doing or just an opportunity arises and like, yeah, you definitely put in work for that, but sometimes it's like, holy shit, like it really fucking happened, you know?
Oh yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, you know how it is. I mean, like, I believe in manifesting. I mean, really, manifesting is just like, you're just crazed at that point. If you're at the point where you're manifesting, like, you're literally crazy. Cause like,
What do you consider manifesting? Like when you're saying like,
I'm
Like,
gonna do this. Like, I'm gonna
do
I'm
it,
gonna
and like
do it,
you're
I'm gonna do it.
reaffirming yourself that
every single day.
Oh, okay.
And like, that's crazy.
See, I don't really do that.
Like, I mean, I don't actively, but
Mhm.
like, I think subconsciously it's like, you gotta think that what you're doing just makes sense. Like, even when it doesn't. Like,
Mhm.
like you were saying earlier about like how people see like, oh, I'm not getting that immediate like reward, or like, I'm not getting views immediately or clicks immediately or attention immediately. And so you still have to be like, you can do it. I'm going to 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 do it. And that's like what manifesting is to me. You know what I mean? Or just
Mhm.
being like one day at a time, one day at a time, one day at a time. To a point where like you're crazy, you know, like
Yeah.
doing the same thing every single day and expecting a different result. That's literally crazy.
Yeah.
But I'm doing the same thing every single day, and I'm going to get to where I want to go. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's like, you gotta be crazy.
Yeah.
You gotta be crazy.
You got to be obsessed in a way.
Yeah,
100%.
you gotta love it.
Yeah,
You gotta love every single part of it.
for sure. So that church bar one I went to, because you guys ended up doing like, where did the fashion show come about?
So from
I was gonna say you have to ask
Yeah.
me more about that.
Yeah.
From the DNR experience, we had just like talked about like we were really enthralled with like, oh man, having a festival, having our own festival is really dope, and like just the idea from August, kind of figuring out how we wanted to roll out this first project, we were like, we should definitely bring back the festival idea. So that actually church bar was supposed to be like our first rendition of Ramal's House Festival. But it's something we want to do every year, and then we just want to bring in different aspects. So it's like it's more than just music, you know. It's everything that has to do with like things that inspire him, things that can inspire him outside of music. So we just want to have a big party and keep that like festival thing going.
Yeah, that was dope. I love that. The only thing that pissed me off was the sound, bro. Your fucking feedback was like, yeah.
Can't get away from it, bro. That night just haunts me. So I'm like, by all means, it was a great night.
You could tell you were a little
happen.
Frustrated.
I was, bro. It's like okay, look, I'm gonna throw my boy under the bus real fast, bro. No cap. And then like I was trying to perform, and then we also had another videographer that we were working with.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to perform, and then they're like trying to give me direction, like because they're trying to get the shots and the angles, and they're like, do this, do this, do this. Turn your back towards the crowd. Now walk through the crowd. Now do the. And I'm also like trying to sing the song, and I'm like, yo, stop talking to me. And then while that's happening, the feedback, I'm like, y'all, like, and then like I was just like, by the end of it, I was just like exhausted. I was like, dog, like, yeah, I was pretty pissed at the end of it. But hey, man, you know, I mean, like, it was a good night. It was a learning experience for sure. Like, you know what I mean?
For sure. I thought it was a great turnout too. Yeah, it was just like you can tell it was just like, yeah, there was just certain things. So at NEEP, I just wanted to make sure it was like it was all well put together, you know.
It was for sure.
Yeah. And but yeah, cuz that shit, but sometimes like when you have something like that, as long as you got some content from it, like that's what matters most, you know.
We did. Hey, we did get some content. We did.
Yeah, because people who aren't there, they wouldn't be able to know like something was. And honestly, most people there wouldn't be able to notice something was wrong, because you guys are kind of like, you know what's supposed to happen, but sometimes like people don't even know it wasn't supposed to be like.
I mean, like that was that the first show we had did? Yeah. Like that was our first show that we had did, and like the first show that I had like performed in like 2 years, I think. Yeah. You know? And then like the first show that we had all planned together, so learning experience for sure, but it was amazing. Yeah. It was great.
For sure. So what do you see in what's like your goal? I know like you're obviously you're in the mix right now, and like you're just creating. I feel like that's like what's most important to you. But do you think about like long term where you want to be at in your career, and just
I think like thinking long term gets like overwhelming for me. Like if you ask me to like come up with a 10-year plan, I'm like, I can't do that, like, because like I think like I want to change. I want to always be changing, you know what I mean? So like I don't know who I'm gonna be next year. Like I don't know who I'm gonna be in 3 months, you know, because like my ideas about what is cool and what isn't, or my philosophies might change. So I'm like, but I guess like my ultimate goal, I'll try to give it to you, is like, I mean, like, I want to get to a point where I'm like, man, I don't know. I don't really think about it.
Do you want to perform in front of big crowds?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do. Yes. Yes, I know I seemed unsure about the answer, yes. But I want to be able to give back to everybody that has like done like anything for me, you know what I mean? I really I want to bless people, like, and I mean really bless them, you know what I mean, more than just like oh, here's a shout out on the gram, you know. Like I want to really like be ground level helping, you know, like that I'm up to that point where I'm like, okay, I can come back over here and give y'all what y'all need, you know what I mean? And performance and performing and all that is just like, that's gonna come, you know, like it's gonna be there. But I think like the most important thing for me is being able to like, I think I want to like grow the city, you know. Like, I really want to grow the city.
For sure.
It's like one of my biggest goals, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I can definitely relate to that for sure. Because I think everything else will be like a byproduct of all like the work you're putting in, you know.
So it's like that's gonna happen.
Yeah, and sometimes that's not even what's most important. Like what I guess sometimes what we think is the most important, like what we envision, when you get to that, it's like, oh, that's what this was. It wasn't about that. It was more so about like the people I met along the way, people I touch, you know. It's just crazy how it works out, bro. But I think definitely one of the highest things you can achieve is being able to just give back and just whether it's knowledge, whether it's like just resources. I think that's like probably the most fulfilling thing.
Because then, yeah, you could like see your work really.
Mhm.
Like you can literally see how your life has affected other people. And like when I'm gone, the place that I grew up is gonna be better off because I just happen to have been born here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like, yeah, that's
It's
like,
crazy how it works out. Because even prime example, literally like, because before the week of the event, I was like, dude, honestly, like, I'm so excited for it, and it's gonna be the best time ever. But it's so much work. To where I was like, dude, honestly, like, I can't wait till it's. In a way, like, I knew I was gonna enjoy it, but I was like, damn, I can't wait till it's over. Also, because it was just so much. But then, like, it was such a fun night. But then the day after, I was sad, bro. Like, I couldn't even describe what it was, but I was sad, and I was like, bro. And then it just made me realize, I was like, even though it was so much work and so much stress, like, it was very fulfilling, you know. And I guess the fact that, like, yeah, it was a good time, the celebration and everything, and everybody made it out, and everybody had a lot of fun. But it was just like, I realized the most important, or the thing that I actually was really like making, like, fulfilling me, was everything leading up to that point. Me editing all these videos, me getting everybody together, even just having the meetings before that. That's what was like actually at the time I didn't realize, but that's what it was, bro. That's what was really dope. Not to say the event wasn't dope, but like it was just after it was like, fuck, dude, like, it's over now. You know?
Yeah, because you don't like, not like, you just gotta have another goal to work towards. Because like that's like where the joy is. Like you're saying, bro, like that's where the joy is like the work that you're putting in, and then like you see the work come out, and you're like, yes, I love this, and then like it's past. And
yeah,
like,
and it's like, what's next?
yeah, like I woke up. We woke up the same way the next day. I was like, I can't be satiated. I gotta keep going. Like, what's the next step? You know what I mean? So.
And that's exactly how it was, bro. It was like, damn, all right, like, I need to get the studio back up because it was in shambles, and I was like, all right, no, we gotta record. Like, we gotta do something. Yeah. We gotta do like it just motivates you to, like, there's just so much more to do, bro.
Going. Yeah, bro.
Exactly.
Just always remember that.
Oh yeah. You guys, do you have any questions?
Yeah, what do you want to talk about, guys?
So the question is, how do you like to interact with your fans and build your community?
I don't. No, I'm just playing. No, I'm just playing.
Fuck them fans. Nah, just kidding.
I mean, how do I like to interact with my fans? I mean, I just want people to feel like I'm like the homie. Like, I don't ever want to like big league people, you know, like if it's somebody that really has like supports me and listens to my music, I'm just like, I always want to be like even when I'm at the apex of my powers, you know, I don't want to ever be like, yo, like, I'm too good to talk to you. Like, I always just want to be like, oh, what's up, bro? Like,
I was thinking the same shit the other day, bro. Whereas it kind of, it gets to me when, like, because obviously we're still at a point where, like, we're still working to a certain, like, I don't think we'll ever be done trying to progress, but I feel like there's tiers, and sometimes you can feel kind of stuck where it's like, for example, like trying to get a certain guest, like a certain guest that's maybe a little bit further along, and then sometimes it's like not getting that just that, not that recognition. Yeah, sometimes it's just like, it's cool if you don't want to do it, but sometimes when you just completely get like this, or like, just, it's like, fuck, dude, like, I don't ever want to be that like person.
Yeah, for sure.
You know, that's kind of fucked up in my opinion.
It is, like, it's just like, because like you realize, like, in some like parasocial way, this person loves you. You know what I mean? It's like you have enough energy to like give to me, and I want to always like try my best to like reciprocate, like, and be like, you mean the world to me, bro, just because you have shown me, because I wouldn't be where I am if you wasn't listening to my music, or like buying merch, or like coming to shows, or whatever, if you just wasn't even talking about Ramal. So, you know what I mean? It's always just like, I want to be like showing love, like, you know, like,
and you guys do giveaways too and everything. I love that, bro. And even all your videos, like, it's just very natural. That's my favorite shit, is the raw uncut sometimes it, like when you get in front of the camera, you're just like, hey, what's up, guys? We're gonna be here. We're gonna be here. But like, no, literally, like you're just in your room, just like the video right before From the Heart Fest. Like you got, it was just so like just so candid. And
Yeah, I
think
was
that
like,
people like that shit.
that's what I was like, I always tell anybody I'm working with, really, like when we're talking about a piece of content, I'm just like, I want it to feel like you're like there, like talking to me. Like I just want to feel like I'm the homie. Like that's it. Like I want, like, if there's one thing that you could say about Ramal, is like, yo, that's the homie right there. Like I fuck with that, bro. Like I fuck with boy. Like, so like I always want to seem like reachable. You know what I mean? Like even if I'm like wherever I'm at, just
For
like
sure.
I'm just like a click away or whatever.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean,
Oh yeah. Everybody that met you last week was like on the same. They were like, "Fuck, dude, this dude's he's first of all really talented, but just your energy was like top notch, bro. Just and very humble and just like yeah, it was amazing. So, props to you,
nah,
bro.
yeah. I feel like that's how you gotta be. You can't let, like, that's why Kanye is at where he's at, bro. Like ego just like strips you of everything else, and like all you think of is you. So it's like people compliment me or whatever, and I'm just like, I'm trying my best.
Yeah.
And that's all I'm saying. It's like, I'm trying my best.
Stop that shit, right? Oh yeah, I feel that. You got another one, buddy?
Oh, what was it? Wasn't there
Yeah. So, what are some of your dream collaborations?
Ooh.
dream collabs?
Dream collabs.
Dream collabs. Well, this is one right here.
Hell yeah, yes sir.
Got it done already.
Yes, sir.
Kanye West, but I'm also like scared. I'm scared to work with my idols, bro, because it's like, I saw that one video where he's yelling at Chance the Rapper. Have you seen that video?
I haven't.
Yo, like it was during
I heard
think it was during
yeah.
the Jesus is King era, and then like he just like, this is why your last album was trash,
dude. Yeah.
Talking to Chance like that, he's like, just like shut the fuck up and listen to the album. Sit down. I was like,
that's crazy.
I was like, and then I'm like, because if I'm working with Kanye West and he yelled at me like that, like I'm like, I'm gonna be sad. Like I'm gonna just be sad. Like I'm gonna be
For
like,
sure.
okay.
What there's a saying though, is like you don't want to meet your something that goes along like you don't want to meet your idols or some shit.
Like I mean, like, because you build people up in your head like, oh, they're gonna be like this, and then you meet them and you're like, oh, you're like not cool at all, dude. Like
that's so true, bro. Like everybody's just like you and me, like everybody, and we fail to realize that, but everybody has fucking problems, bro, and everybody fucking goes home and just like deals with everyday shit, you know?
It's kind of morbid. But sometimes I think about things like, yo, like if I shot you, you still finna die.
Yeah.
Like that's kind of like, that's a weird way to think about it. Like, you know what I mean? Like a bullet's still gonna do to you what it did to me. Yeah. So it's like that. But okay, so Kanye, Kali Uchis, because like I've always loved her, bro. Yeah. Like since I was like in like not elementary, but middle school, I've been like, yo, she's
damn.
dope.
She's been popping since you were in middle school.
Yeah, well, because she used to work with Tyler the Creator a lot.
Okay.
So I was a really big Tyler the Creator fan when I was a kid, and I was like, and like I heard a song with her. Her voice just sounds so like beautiful, you know. Yeah. It's just like, so I want to work with her. Outside of like rap or like R&B or anything like that, there's this like, he's a lesser known artist. His name is Charlie Berg. He's pretty dope. Another lesser known artist, her name is Tash. Love her voice. Yeah, her beats are crazy, like just the way they sound, so lush and all that. And Mac Ayers, he's a little more poppin', but I don't know if people know him like that. And Perry Mason. Last four are like very like low key artists.
I'm saying like you're very tuned into like, where do you even like discover these in just on your Spotify?
Just
type
like
shit?
Sometimes I'm like on like Reddit sometimes, and then people are talking about it, and then sometimes I'm on Twitter, people are talking about it. Sometimes like they're just in my like daily shuffle or whatever. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, that's dope. Something like that Tasha girl. I was talking to a girl for a while, and she sent me the song because she was like, this song makes me think about you. And then I listened to the song and I was like, cool, but this song kind of fire actually.
Yeah,
and I'm like checking it out. And I'm like, I mean, yeah, I really want to, I don't think about working with like big artists like that, because like I just like really love the feeling of like that the smaller artists give me. You know what I mean? It's just like this shit feels so much more like personal. Like
Yeah.
we're here with it. Like, and then a bigger artist is like they're just gonna give you like a hit, and then they're like, cool. Like I don't really got to talk to you
Yeah,
no more. So it's
exactly.
like, all right. So
So
I don't know.
what do you give me like if you're feeling overwhelmed, just with ever maybe you have like a show, I don't know, just if you're ever feeling overwhelmed, what's like your routine or what's the first thing you turn to, you know?
When I'm feeling like really
Yeah.
overwhelmed, I go on walks. Like I
Mhm.
go on long walks. I remember like during like 2021, I was walking like a lot, like cause like I was going through it. You feel me?
Mhm. What
And,
were you feeling?
I was feeling like I had no purpose. Like I
Mhm.
was just like, cause I wasn't really doing music at the time, really. And then I also wasn't working. I wasn't going to school, and I was like, "What are you doing, bro? Like you're
Mhm.
literally just here, you know."
Mhm.
So I'm trying to work through all that in my head. And then I would go on walks, bro, for like hours, like 4 hours, come back and I'm just like tired, sit in my room for like 30 minutes, and then I just start thinking too much again, and then like go out and walk for another hour. These days it's not as drastic,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
like these days I know how to like handle shit more.
Mhm.
But like I'll go on like a little like 30-minute walk if I really need it. A lot of times I just like turn off the like if it's like at night I'll like turn off the lights in my room and just like put on my headphones and listen to music. I'll light some incense, say a prayer,
Yeah.
and then
Those
like,
long walks are like, because people even write books about that. Like, there's something about a long walk that, for whatever it is, like you just kind of, if you're really anxious, like sometimes you're still gonna think about stuff. But if you walk for, like you say, 3-4 hours, there's only so many thoughts like you can kind of
that
run
you
through,
literally, bro,
and then
like,
eventually you're just like, fuck, I'm just going to go to sleep or
like
something.
you're just like you're walking and you're thinking about things. So like a lot of times I'm walking and I'm done thinking about whatever I was thinking about, and then I'm like, yo, I'm mad far away from home right now. Like, so
Let
then
me
I just
Uber
gotta
home
go.
type shit.
No, I had no money. I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
guess I gotta walk back.
Yeah.
And then like at that point, I'm just like, it's kind of crazy because if you would have like passed me walking in the street, I'm like talking to myself like out loud, and you like probably think I'm like, you probably think I'm on something, bro. Because a lot of times I'm just like, a lot of those times I'm coming out like I'd been in bed all day, hadn't showered, bro. Like you just see me on the street talking to myself, you're like, yo, chill out. I'm across the street, yo.
Yeah.
Like chill out, like. But yeah, these days it's more chill. I just like work through my thoughts. I don't really like. I should write them down more, but
Mhm.
like. Another just one of the things that really helps getting me through my thoughts is like music, bro.
Yeah.
Really, for real. Like, I'll just like I was talking about audio diaries. It just like make a beat real quick. Like those are the ones that are less like thought out and like
Yeah.
planned. I'll just
Yeah.
like find the elements and put them all together. And then like I'll just write for like 10 minutes, and then I'm like cool. And then it'll be like a little like 2-minute long track that
Yeah.
like at the end of it I'm like, if it's good enough I'll put it out. But
Yeah.
like if not, this is just for me. You know what I mean? So
And what's your advice? What would you tell someone who was like in your position when you felt like just you had no purpose, you know, and you were lost, and maybe they're not making music, or maybe they are, but like what would you tell someone that's in that position right now?
I just be like, I say this all the time, you know, it's like my mantra. It's just like it can only be bad for so long, you know. I just be like, really think about who you are and like what you want. Like, what do you want to do? Because like I think it's a lot of people that are like, they know what they want to do, but they're scared that they're not going to be good or successful. So I'm like, if it's something that you want to do, then just do it. Because what else are you doing right now? Like, you know what I mean? Just like, you have to create purpose for yourself. You know what I mean? Like, nobody's going to come in and give it to you. Like, you know? So it's just like, and I say that calmly and because I care about you, you know, like, just do what you got to do and focus and find your purpose and chase it. Because like, you know, when the final bell tolls, what do you want to really be thinking about? You know,
Yeah.
what do you want your life to have been? You know what I mean? So
For sure.
like, kind of like that.
Hell yeah. Mic drop type shit.
So the last one we had, you kind of hit on it.
Yeah.
Do you have any advice for an artist that is starting out their career tomorrow? So like say someone is just starting out tomorrow.
Mhm.
What's kind of the piece of advice you'd give them to just a meal.
What advice would I give them? I'd say, I mean, like, what would I say to you? You know, like, if you want to do it, you're gonna do it. You know,
Yeah.
and if you're not feeling it, if you want to do it, you're gonna do it. There's nothing that I'm gonna say to you that's gonna make you want to do it more than you want to do it. Like, you know.
Yeah.
So it's like, what I would say, like, but if you choose that you're gonna do it, then like do it. Like do it. Just like, you know, like on that Shia LaBeouf meme, bro. Like, just do it. Like,
Just do it.
like, nah. So it's like,
Because yesterday you said tomorrow, so just do it.
like, nah.
You feel me? Yeah.
Nah, yeah. I mean, like, what can I say to you, man? Like, you're either going to or you're not going to, and
Yeah.
like, if you want to, then do, and if you don't, then don't. But like, don't waste your time and your money and other people's effort and support and energy, unless you're gonna like commit to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like, I wouldn't like. That's what I would say if I was
Mhm.
gonna say anything. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think that, I mean, that's, there's really nothing else to say, you know?
You know what I mean?
Because you can only think about something for so much before you're like, all right, are you going to do it or not, you know?
Yeah, like,
If you have all these visions, but like you don't ever, you know, act on them, like, and that's the thing, bro, is sometimes like you get to a point where nobody's going to like, yes, you have people that are going to support you, but you can only do that yourself, you know?
mhm.
Especially if it's something you really want. And yeah, bro, like a lot of people are kind of maybe waiting for someone to save them in some
So,
way,
like, I don't know, like,
but it's not gonna come, bro. Like you just have to do it, and you start, and it might be shitty at first, bro, but you could, like, everybody starts off at somewhere, you know, no matter how bad it is, like. And that might not be what you end up doing. And I think that's what people forget. Like, you might start something and you might do it for a little bit, but you maybe it doesn't work out. But I promise you, like, you're just going to get rerouted in some other
Yeah.
way. But it's just about taking action, because
mhm.
you're going to learn something either way from taking action. But you're not going to learn shit if you just, like, kind of stay where you
Just
are, you know?
chilling, like, yeah, like,
Mhm.
I mean, not really, bro. I think and I say that just because I see so many people like that I'm involved with that have like talent, and I'm not even saying musical talent. I'm saying like any type of talent.
Yeah.
Like, you can do something with this, but they're just like, I want to, you know. And I'm like, well, then do like
Mhm.
I'm not about to start on my Shia LaBeouf again, but like, well, then go, like,
Yeah.
why not? And they're just like, oh, well, like,
This,
why
this,
would
this.
anybody acquire this service from me? And I'm
Yeah.
like, because why not? Because it's
Yeah.
worked out for so many other people. Why not? Why can't it work out for you?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's
For
like,
sure.
I just like, it makes me like upset and like disappointed. Like, well, you're not gonna chase it. Like,
Yeah.
and I can only tell you so much. Like,
For
I don't
sure.
know, like, and I'd also say like, yo, like, 80% of like your DMs on Instagram are like probably scams. So like, be on the lookout. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? Like, that's another
100%.
one. That's probably like two things I would say. Would be
Yeah.
like, watch out for scams. Like,
Hell yeah.
like,
So
Atlantic is not finna slide in your DMs, bro. Like,
Exactly. So you got a single coming out?
yeah, I do.
Tell people what you got. We got in the works.
Single's called OMT, On My Toes. For those of y'all that don't know, it's by me,
You
Ramal.
got me on my toes.
You do.
Yeah.
Okay. I
Can't
see
be
you.
fucking with you. Fuck yeah, bro.
I see you.
That shit goes
Hey,
hard, bro.
that's just tough, as you can
Yeah.
see. No, but I appreciate that. Yeah,
Of course,
that was tough.
bro.
That was
Nah,
tough.
I'm ready for that shit.
Nah,
I mean, I low key got it on my files already.
You do.
Yeah.
He got the leak. He got the leak.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's coming out May 28th, y'all. It's gonna be. I've been really excited about that song, bro. Like, it's because it's like I don't usually make something like that. Like, I remember like I had woken up that day, and I was chilling. I might have watched an anime, maybe.
Mhm.
That's what I usually be doing. And I was just like, like, it was kind of foggy. It was kind of like drowsy. What is that?
Like foggy outside, like
Not
outside.
foggy, but like cloudy.
Cloudy. Okay.
I
Yeah.
was about to say drowsy. Like, it was like that outside, you know? And I was like, you know, like, whatever. I guess the vibes was right.
Yeah.
And then, like, that thing just came together in, like, 45 minutes.
That's
you know?
crazy.
And then like I wrote it all out, and like
It's
as
very
soon as
groovy,
as
bro.
soon as I
It's-
heard the dun, 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 I already knew like you got me. I already knew what it was gonna be, you know. So then it's just like figuring everything out. Like I swear, bro, like 45 minutes. Sent it to Sims. I was like, it's okay. Like it's okay. Like it's just like out of my comfort zone. Like it's all right. Like it's not like that. And then like he heard it and he called me and he was like, yeah, oh my god. I was like, really, like that? And then like everybody we've shown has just been like, that's the one. That's the one. So like, I mean, like it's kind of crazy because like, just because like I was like I made that so fast just because like I was just like cool. Like I just wanted to do something different. Like I was like, I usually make this. Let me do something different. And I was like, I'm not gonna think about it. And
but like people fail to realize like at least from my opinion, all the shit that like you were doing before, like all the work you put in, you put yourself in that position. Like it's just I feel like that's just how the universe is, bro. Like yeah, you made it in 45 minutes, but like just all the other things that you were going through before that, like you're just struggling to kind of like find an idea, and then one day it's just like, oh shit, boom,
here's an idea.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I feel it, bro.
So yeah, I'm excited for that, man. Hell yeah, it's coming up Tuesday,
May 28th. Be on the lookout. Keep your ears open. Wherever your ears be at, that's where the song should be at. You know what I'm saying? OMT, On My Toes. That's Ramal. Period. Not like hot girl period. I'm just saying like period. Like
not periods.
Like not just, I was saying like just regular like period with a D, bro. That's it, bro. Like
yeah. And then any possible performances coming up soon?
Outside this summer.
Yeah.
Yeah, when is our next performance? We're still working on that?
We're still working on it, but definitely Ramal will be outside multiple times this summer. You're going to hear a lot of
Those are my event guys.
Hell yeah.
They know about all my performances.
Shout out to Sims and Alec.
Shout out
KCE.
The dream team.
Hell yeah. But yeah,
Shout
man.
out you, bro. Shout out you.
Yeah.
Everybody give it up for episode 40. Everybody clap it
y'all,
up.
man. Appreciate y'all. We about to take a little toasty right now.
Okay.
And shit, Loki kind of want to pop out too, but
On me.
but yeah, man. Let's we're gonna wrap this up. But it was a pleasure sitting down with you, Brody.
Amazing,
I
bro.
appreciate everything.
Amazing.
I appreciate you guys. For real, man. I'm glad that we are all able to meet, and I feel like this is just the beginning, bro. So shout out episode number 40 with Ramal, with Sims, and with Alec. And yeah, man, you can find this on Spotify, YouTube, and Apple Podcasts. And we'll see y'all next time.
Bye. Love. Y'all be easy.
Peace.